Dirk's chances. I don't know. Like, part of it is it's really hard to tell. There is a lot of anger at Peter. Uh, I think last stream I showed the picture that somebody sprayed "fuck Peter Frag." Like they scribbled out Peter and just put like "fuck" where his name is, and then Fragiskatos obviously is underneath it. And what I've noticed is like all over town, someone has done this, and it's the same person that just like in the same like exact same way that he wrote it on the first one has written on all of them "fuck Fragiskatos," and I don't know. That's like dedication. Like so, I'm going around putting up signs everywhere. There was like one all the way over on like Adelaide. There was one closer like to Oxford and Warncliffe. There was another one over at Cherry Hill Mall, and there was another one up by like Wonderland Road. Like if you know where London is, that's like a wide area of just all these like "fuck Fragiskato" signs that are written in the exact same way. So it's like that's dedication. That's like dedicated hate. And I don't know if that's
Has
like
he?
has he like fixed them? Not
No,
all.
has he like made a Twitter post being like,
Oh yeah,
"This is why extremes are bad.
all the time.
This is a threat to our democracy. We are in danger. I'm not going to change anything about the political system so that people actually feel satisfied with our quote unquote democracy."
Oh yeah, here we go. We got a thread.
Like,
Let's read the thread. Oh, they might have a
oh God.
victim. Oh, they might. Do I want to do this? Are we gonna dox someone? I mean, this guy might be a piece of shit.
I mean, it probably is. It's probably a PPC guy, but
I don't see. Either way, okay, we're gonna show this person because Peter's showing this thing on his Twitter. So if you wanted to see it anyways, you could just go to Peter. We're just gonna look at this. So I'm sorry if this is like this is the thread. Okay. Over the last 5 days, there have been four separate occasions where dozens of election signs were vandalized with vile profanity. More than 1,500 in damages. I doubt it. 1,500 in damages? For signs? I don't know. Our sign, like,
yeah,
even,
no.
yeah.
How much are the big signs worth?
I don't know. Like, they're going to be expensive, but, like, a lot of the part of the thing is he's probably including all of them being damaged, but then it's like some of them like are legitimate like wind and like other shit that like rips these things down. Others are like
Wonder.
students that like are just having a good time. Like there's like not all of them are deliberate. Like the ones that clearly say "fuck Fragiskatos," like that is definitely coming from somewhere.
God. He's such a like whiny little bitch about everything. I hate it so much.
Our sign team has been out several times until the early hours of the morning to fix what was ruined. Here's why I doubt that. Since Monday, when was this tweet made? September 15th. This is today. Some of these signs have been up with the "fuck Fragiskatos" on it for days. For days. They were still up when I got home today. So I don't know if he's not really. Maybe this is a sign of decline where he thinks that he has enough staff members to go out there and fix the signs and they're just not doing the work. I don't know. Maybe there's dissension in the ranks. Yet it continues to happen, including today. So what was the point of this picture? Does he think this is the person? We'll get. I guess maybe he'll come back to it. Otherwise, I'm not sure what's. He doesn't accuse this person of anything. Like what? Just a dude riding a bike with some flowers.
He does look very smug, which is funny. But also like smugness isn't a crime yet, Peter, or else you would be in prison.
That's almost like unless they're actually accusing him, and maybe we'll get to it. If he's just posting some random's picture who like gave him a smug grin, that's fucking weird. That is weird, Peter. I love that they have to blur it out. Get to blur out the naughty. Yet it continues to happen, including today. Numerous Londoners who witnessed the vandalism continue to reach out. We have been told by a witness who saw what took place that the picture above is the individual. So he just okay. So some random took this guy's picture, apparently saw him do it, and so that's just sufficient enough for Peter to post it. Okay. If you see this person vandalizing signs of any candidate, please contact London Police Services. Okay. Uh, and then it always goes into the signs are paid for with the donations of local residents and installed by tireless volunteers who have spent time away from their friends and family. Uh, I don't know. It's always a pitch to that. To me, my thoughts on it as one of the sign guys, I don't care. I would prefer you not destroy the signs, obviously, especially not the Durka signs. I would prefer that. But like, it's gonna happen. I mean, we live in a university town. You got to know that some of your signs are just going to be casualties of like drunk university students, and it's
I mean,
expensive. But
and there's
like,
also the difference between like what will be vandalized on Peter's sign versus what will be vandalized on Durka's sign. Because like Durka will get racialized attacks on her. What are they gonna do? Like literally they have nothing but like we're mad at Peter basically. They it wasn't him that like had swastikas drawn on his signs, was
no,
it?
no,
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, oh no, people don't like you.
yeah.
What a surprise.
I'm just scrolling through because Durka had one tweet that I shared of her sign vandalized, and so I want to compare and contrast the two reactions. Uh, but one thing that has happened with some of Durka's signs, we had especially excuse me, especially in 2019, we had a lot more overtly like racist vandalism of the signs. So some of the signs, like they were like cutting out her head from the sign and like stabbing out her eyes. That was really fucking creepy. But we haven't gotten a lot of that this time. So I guess that's good. I thought I tweeted it, maybe not. The What the image was oh, here it is. Okay. This is what they did to Durka's sign, okay? Now, it's really hard to tell whether this is pro or negative. But we think that it's negative, like the crown, like but the heart is really confusing. Not sure what's going on here. But I like Durka goes, signs being defaced is a common thing on the campaign trail, especially for a black woman putting your face out there. Today, my team came across this pleasant surprise instead. Thank you for your support, stranger.
That is a very funny and charitable way
Yeah.
to say it. I think it's definitely like
No, talking to
not
her personally,
that way.
she does not think it's supportive of her. But like
No,
she's
but it
playing
is
the
just like
like
a very good response to it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Whereas Peter has nothing but like, oh, they said a swear word.
Yeah. Oh, come on, there's lots of anti-Greek hate. Oh god. Let me tell you, as someone who's interacted with Peter, I rarely think of him as Greek. He just strikes me as a white businessman. Even though he's a university professor, isn't he technically? Wasn't that his job before this? Political science, I think.
I have no fucking clue, honestly.
Really, it seems positive to me. Like I know, to me, the heart is the most confusing part.
I think it
The
might be meant to be like a staff because like it has the thing going down to like where her hand might be. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or just like a stupid thing to do.
yeah. But I will tell you, and this is a common thing, especially where some there's a few of the places that I went to today where I was replenishing some of Durka's signs. All the signs, Green Party, conservative, most liberals, NDP, all gone, and the only signs remaining are the PPC and the Peter Fragiskatos signs with fuck on them. And then I'm like, I wonder who did this. I wonder who's doing this, you know? And it's like you would think that if they were gonna do it, you wouldn't like do it so obvious like that. But maybe they're just aware that they're like not gonna get caught or like no one's gonna notice it. But like the other team, like we went through whatever Peter's like recent tweet was, but like one of his past tweets when they were first being vandalized, his response is always like, "This isn't how we have political discussion in this country. What we need is reasoned debate." I fucking hate that. Like, what are we gonna do? Whoever's vandalizing these signs, just be like, "Excuse me, sir, have you considered having an argument with me about this before you go and vandalize my signs? Excuse me." What? You think that women do not deserve human rights? Let's have a casual conversation about this, and so that I might change your mind in the marketplace of ideas. It's like, I'm sorry, Peter, that's not really how this works. That is not how this game is played. You're not just going to somehow converse your way out of either just anarchist, like random violence. I was gonna say anarchist because when we were canvassing, and one of the doors, the guy's like, "I don't vote," and we're like, "Okay, like, why not? Like, is there anything that could like change your mind or whatever?" And he's like, "I'm an anarchist. I don't believe in anything." And I'm like, I wasn't gonna go into like an ideological discussion with him about maybe his views on anarchism is not quite correct, but I was just like, all right, and then have a good day, and we left. But those people who like just for nihilist, destructive, don't give a shit, they're not like you. What are you gonna do? Convince them to reason a debate? Probably not. And then on the extent of that, like fascists, what are you gonna do? Like go up to Maxime Bernier and go, "Excuse me, Maxime Bernier, but have you considered that racial minorities are people as well? Want to have a conversation about it?" And like, frankly, I don't want to talk to him about shit. Like, are trans rights human rights? Are they people too? Because their candidates certainly hand out material that says the opposite. They're shitty people. Anyways, what was that?
But
Bill?
for Peter, that gives the opportunity to be like, see, I am progressive. I am good.
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm just the same on economic issues as all of these people? What do you mean I will also, you know, be complicit in war crimes? What do you mean I'll vote to buy a pipeline and defend that pipeline? Like, dude, you are closer to them than you are to like the left. Like, I don't know.
Well,
And I think he would honestly admit that too, which is something, but that question would never be posed to him in a debate. So he's
but
safe.
sort of. I mean, I don't know if it was put to him. Durka was telling me, so she was late showing up to the Jug Meat thing today because she had a debate on the CBC in which both Peter Fragiskatos and Mark Emery were present. I will say, the I ended up calling the CBC reporter because Mark Emery posted the email exchange he had with the CBC reporter, and the number was there. And so, like a couple days ago, I called the reporter and I was like, I got her answering machine, and the way the email was phrased, it looked like she was actually just going to do it, like in combination with the debate thing, was also going to do an interview with them. And I said, if you decide to go ahead with this interview, I hope you ask him about all the people that credibly accused him of sexual assault, especially the minors that came forward with allegations. That I was like, personally, I wouldn't interview a pedophile, but you do you, Amanda. And I hung up the phone. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna have any effect. I was just like, why would you even think of interviewing this fucking prick?
Yeah.
But yeah, so he had a debate, with I think they all were there, but Durka only really was talking to me about Emery and Fragiskatos being there, and apparently she was describing it as every time Emery and Peter would go back and forth with each other, like Peter was like staking out the territory just slightly to the left of him, which is still far to the right when you think about it, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
But
which,
like, and that's the thing that like, as much as I fucking hate Peter, I will at least say that he is, for the most part, honest in his positions
yeah,
of being a right winger.
no, for sure. But then it's like I'm surprised he's a liberal. I guess the only thing that I can think of that would make him a liberal is he seems slightly better with certain immigration issues. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Yeah.
Like compared to conservatives? But beyond that, like especially when it comes to like economics, he's a right winger, 100%.
Well, absolutely.
He might even be good with like obviously he probably doesn't want to go back on gay marriage like other conservatives and stuff like that. Like he's probably marginally better on social issues, I think. Not that I've
Yeah.
had
No, like
extensive chats with him about it, but I imagine so.
he he's just like 20 years too late for the progressive conservatives. Like he would make a great red Tory.
Hello, my rebels. Hello, my rebels. I'm a good boy. I'm a weirdo.